What cigarette do you smoke, Doctor?
Tens of thousands of doctors in all branches of medicine, in all parts of the country, were asked that question.
What cigarette do you smoke, Doctor?
The brand named most was Camel. Yes, surveys show more doctors smoke Camels than any other cigarette.
Smoke Camels, the cigarette so many doctors enjoy.
The makers of Camels have sent more than 210 million gift Camels to the members of our armed forces and hospitalized veterans. This week, free Camels go to Veterans Hospitals Lexington, Kentucky, and Erie, Pennsylvania, U.S. Army Station Hospital Tooele, Utah, U.S. Naval Hospital Pensacola, Florida, and the Military Air Transport Service, which evacuates virtually all of our overseas sick and wounded personnel.
Beauty and talent made Kiss Me Kate a Broadway hit. And one whose beauty and talent carried her to stardom in this great musical is star Patricia Morrison. When she's off stage, Miss Morrison needs only a cigarette and lighter, and she can express the feeling of contentment to a T. The cigarette? Camels, of course. Miss Morrison made the popular Camel 30-day test. In her own words,
"There's nothing quite like Camels. They taste so good, and they're so mild."
Yes, Miss Morrison, Camels are so mild that in a recent test of hundreds of people who smoked only Camels for 30 consecutive days, noted throat specialists making weekly examinations reported not one single case of throat irritation due to smoking Camels. But make your own 30-day test in your T-zone. See if you, too, don't agree that Camels are the mildest, best-tasting cigarettes you've ever smoked. The eyes have it. Yes, all eyes are on this all-American girl, Jean Wilson, Chicago's lovely mermaid and swimming star of the 1948 Olympic team. Jean scored her first speed record when she won her first national title. But being a first is old hat to this comely competitor. Her strong, graceful butterfly stroke has carried her to the front time and again. She's a record breaker and a record maker, all in one. And to this aqua star, have a Camel is a familiar phrase. The 30-day Camel test won Jean to Camels for taste and for mildness. Yes, Camels are mild. So mild that in a recent test of hundreds of people who smoked only Camels for 30 days, noted throat specialists making weekly examinations reported not one single case of throat irritation due to smoking Camels. Smoke Camels and see. Championship bowling calls for shots just like this. And it takes a kingpin kegler to knock 'em flying frame after frame, game after game. And here's a real repeat performer, Big Connie Schwegler, 1949's Bowler of the Year, who has chalked up many a title in top flight competition with shots like this. Right in the pocket. A great score, Connie. And Connie Schwegler knows the score on cigarettes, too. He learned all about Camel mildness by making the popular 30-day test.
Yes, it's Camels for me. They taste great, and they're mild.
Yes, Camels are mild. So mild that in a recent test of hundreds of people who smoked only Camels for 30 days, noted throat specialists making weekly examinations reported not one single case of throat irritation due to smoking Camels. But test Camels yourself in your T-zone. See if you don't agree that Camels are the mildest, best-tasting cigarettes you ever smoked.
Here's a young pitcher with a lot of promise and a lot of fans. Yep, it's Whitey Ford of the world champion New York Yankees. Last year, he had a .750 pitching average. Have you always been a pitcher, Whitey?
No, I was a first baseman until I graduated from high school, and the Yankee scouts thought I was a little too small to be a first baseman. They told me to try pitching.
Well, it's a cinch they gave you the right advice. Why, in 1953, your first full year with the Yankees, well, you tell us what your record was.
Well, I had a 18-6 record in 1953.
Whitey, how long have you been smoking Camels?
I started back in 1948. That's 6 years now I've been smoking Camels.
Tell us why Camels are your favorite smoke.
Well, I think they have a wonderful flavor, and I think they're very mild.
Yes, sir. Camels are truly mild. That's why Camels agree with more people than any other cigarette. Try Camels. Make the 30-day Camel mildness test.
Hey, Sarge, that cigarette machine's flipped again. This time a little card comes out in my Camels that says, take me to your leader.
Paparelli, you don't understand. That's our new special service. Your leader wants all his men to be happy.
Hey, cut that out.
Of the share in the pleasure of smoking
Hey, those are
America's
mine.
real cigarette,
Give me those.
participating, as it were, in each and every pack. Thank you for your hospitality. Why don't you go to the leader? Camel, Natch, America's #1 smoke today. So full of flavor, so mild and easygoing, and so satisfying to smoke. Look, why don't you join me? Have a real cigarette. Have a Camel.
Oh, just coffee for me, thanks.
Yes, miss.
You know, it's funny how you can forget. I'd completely forgotten how good a cigarette can taste until the other evening. I was out with friends, and I'd forgotten my own, and someone offered me a Camel. Oh, thank you. No, I used to smoke Camels. I loved them. Can't think where I started fooling around with other brands. Well, anyway, I started smoking the Camel. Really enjoying smoking again. So rich, mild, and fresh. It's good to get back to flavor you can really taste.
How about your brand? Is it giving you this real tobacco taste, this real smoking satisfaction, each and every time you light up? Or are you smoking more these days, but enjoying it less? Then change to Camels. The best tobacco makes the best smoke. Have a real cigarette. Have a Camel.
Chesterfield, the best possible smoke, as tested and approved by scientists from leading universities. Now, here are Chesterfield's research laboratories, newest in the business. And here's where Chesterfields are made, in the newest and most modern of cigarette factories. All this, friends, to make Chesterfield the best possible smoke for you. Try a pack today. Now, you king-size smokers, you have something to look forward to. It won't be long until you can get king-size Chesterfields. Yes, sir, Chesterfield is the first cigarette in America to give you premium quality in both regular and king-size. You see, this king-size is exactly the same as the regular, except for the larger size. It's about 21% longer. So remember, it won't be too long until you can get Chesterfields either way you like them, regular or king-size. Either way, Chesterfield gives you the best possible smoke.
As you watch, an electronic miracle is taking place as a stream of electrons creates this television picture. Here tonight is another electronic miracle, destined to affect your lives even more than television. This new electronic miracle, Accuray, means that everything from auto tires to ice cream, battleship steel to cigarettes, can be made better and safer for you. Now meet Mr. Bert Choate, brilliant young president of Industrial Nucleonics. Well, Bert, exactly what is Accuray?
Well, George, it is a device by which a stream of electrons passes through and analyzes the product while it is actually being made. They transmit what they see to this electronic brain, which adjusts the production machinery for errors down to millionths of an inch.
Well, now let's ask the question so many people ask me. How does Accuray make Chesterfield a better cigarette than was ever possible before?
Every cigarette made with Accuray control contains a more precise measure of perfectly packed tobaccos. So Chesterfield smokes smoother, without hot spots or a hard draw.
That's why Chesterfield tastes better and is best for you. Bert, what's your cigarette?
You see, I know what Accuray can do.
There's your answer. If you want tomorrow's better cigarette today, next time stop. Remember, only Chesterfield is made the modern way with Accuray. Best for you.
If you smoke for real, smoke Chesterfield. A real high-flying, satisfying Chesterfield. Because you get much more of what you're smoking for. In the big, big pleasure of a Chesterfield.
Yes, Chesterfield gives you a full measure of
big, big pleasure.
From honest, full-flavored tobaccos.
Big, big pleasure.
Because exclusive Accuray packs them more smoothly. To give you the smoothest cigarette you've ever smoked.
Why not smoke for real? Smoke Chesterfield. Big, big pleasure of a Chesterfield.
I'm driving along the highway and... How about that? Out of Chesterfield's. The guy in the car is me, Forgetful Fisher. I almost asked that officer to loan me a smoke, but decided I better buy my own.
I stopped at a diner where I knew I'd find some Chesterfield Smoking Men of America. Inside, there was a vending machine. You'd pay your money, push the right button, and you get the tops and smoking. Chesterfield King. The officer smoked the same because the big guy gives you top length, none longer. Top value, more puffs to the pack. Top tobacco filter, best the natural way. Nothing satisfies like the big, clean taste of Chesterfield. There's another Chesterfield Man of America taking his family on vacation. Whoop! He got me. He got the officer, too. There's another Man of America, a young man who's going places, herding a diesel truck over the mountains. All of them Chesterfield smokers, guys you'd like to know. Well, we're ready to hit the road again, and the tops and smoking is riding with us. Chesterfield King, you try him. And I'll be telling you more about him when my show comes back on your TV set for Chesterfield. See you in the fall, starting September 30th on NBC.
Youth and fun, they go together out on the ski trails, at a football game, or a party. Wherever there are young people and fun, you'll find Chesterfield. Always the top tobacco, straight grade A, the top tobacco in the USA. Sun-drenched top tobacco's gonna mean that you're smoking smoother and you're smoking clean. The very best tobacco in the USA gives you big, clean flavor in a big, big way. Chesterfield! Nothing satisfies like the big, clean taste of top tobacco in Chesterfield. Sun-drenched top tobacco, straight grade A all the way. Chesterfield!
Yes, L&M goes king size. Now, L&M is king size as well as regular. Both have the same low price. Both have the miracle tip for the effective filtration you need. Yes, it's the filter that counts. And L&M has the best. You get much more flavor, much less nicotine, a light and mild smoke. This is it. L&M filters, just what the doctor ordered. It's America's highest quality and best filter tip cigarette. Buy a carton, king size or regular, both at the same low price.
Why don't you live modern? Light into that live modern flavor. Live modern with the big red L&M. Light into that L&M flavor. You're really living when you do.
Live modern flavor. That's L&M. You know, one key to that flavor and aroma has always been right here on every pack of L&M's. Listen. A blend of premium quality cigarette tobaccos, including special quality tobaccos. That's why L&M gives you full, exciting flavor no other cigarette can match. So light into that live modern flavor.
You're
Smoke
really
L&M.
living when you do. Sold American. Be happy, go lucky, be happy, go lucky, like be happy, go lucky like today.
Tonight, Lucky Strike presents your hit parade.
Light up the lucky, it's light up time. Be happy, go lucky, it's light up time. For the taste that you like, light up the lucky strike. Relax, it's light up time.
The following program is Your Hit Parade, as originally telecast Saturday, December 24th, 1955. Lucky Strike, the cigarette that tastes better, cleaner, fresher, smoother, in co-sponsorship with Richard Hudnut, makers of Quick, the new home permanent with a 10-minute waving lotion, presents your Hit Parade.
Sold American. Be happy, go lucky, be happy, go lucky, strike, be happy, go lucky, strike today.
Your Hit Parade. The top tunes all over America as determined by your Hit Parade survey, which checks the best sellers in sheet music and phonograph record, the songs most heard on the air, and the songs most played on the automatic coin machines, an accurate, authentic tabulation of America's taste in popular music. Your Hit Parade.
Do you hear that music? Well, it's our traditional Hit Parade Christmas party going on inside. And the guest of honor is you. There are presents for you, too, underneath our Christmas tree. A song from each of us, all wrapped up in a shiny new package. And we have a special present. Miss Andra McLaughlin, star of the Hollywood Ice Review, which, by the way, opens in Chicago on Christmas Day. But Andra's with us tonight, and you'll see her perform on the ice of Rockefeller Plaza's famous outdoor skating pond. So, light up a lucky, sit back and relax, because it's your party. Join us while we deck the halls. Come on.
Do-da, lucky tastes better, cleaner, fresh and smoother. Do-da, lucky tastes better, cleaner, fresh and smoother. Do-do-do, like a strike, do-do-do, like a strike. Do-da, 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 do-da.
This is a man who smokes Marlboro cigarettes. What kind of a man is he?
I'm a guy who likes to work on my car. I like to take it apart and put it back together. I get to working on it and forget where I am, what time it is. I even forget to eat.
You don't forget to smoke, though.
I always smoke when I work. They go together.
Why Marlboro?
Well, it's a combination of things. When I draw on a cigarette, I want to taste something. With Marlboro, I do. Yet it's got a filter that works. Then there's this flip-top box. I like things that are well designed. This box is interesting and practical.
Would you recommend Marlboro to your friends?
I already have.
New Marlboro. Filter, flavor, flip-top box. Popular filter price.
Where there's a man, there's a Marlboro.
This man smokes Marlboro cigarettes. What kind of a man is he? Give me a board, a rising wave, and I've got all the excitement a man could ask for. It takes timing and skill to ride a good wave down, and a lot of luck. You take time out for a smoke, then, I'll say. Why Marlboro? Well, you know they have a good filter, and the flavor's good, too. Mild.
Where there's a man,